I'm higher vibrations and so are you. And I know I'm not alone in saying that this has been a really difficult week or two. There's been a lot of weeks leading up to this time, but and I'm sure that we've been prepared. Otherwise we would not be sitting here talking or watching this video. But it's been intense. And in the meantime, the world continues to go around. There's still things that you need to do. There's still obligations, and a friend of mine mentioned that the other day, and it just rang so true to me. I still have a little person I have to keep alive. Like, there's a lot of things while we're evolving in such a rapid way. And the self-revelation and the global revelation and all this stuff and the collective rubbling, doing something. There's so many different directions this stuff is coming to us that it can be overwhelming. But, you're not alone. There are so many of us going through this. No matter how long you've been on this awakening journey, we're all having this like next level stuff happening to us. And yeah, it's crazy. It feels unbalanced in a way, but it's balancing us. We're doing the right thing. I know we're being called more now, at least that's what it feels like to me, to sleep more than before. And I know that a lot of, for me anyway, there's a lot of stuff that happens in my sleep time. And I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. Not only that, but, that's when we recover the most. Our cell recovery rate increases substantially. I can't remember the percentage while we're at rest, while we're sleeping. So if you can, get a couple extra minutes in, try. And if you can't sleep, at least close your eyes for a minute. There's always moments. There's always like a 30-second period where you can do that. I find myself doing that as I'm walking from one side of the place that I live to the other. It's just like, okay, just kind of like taking a little micro meditation, even micro nap. I don't know if you call it that because you're walking, but that does really help. And ground however you can, however possible. Like I recently heard this really amazing idea that this guy was saying that you can ground by feeling the wind and listening and experiencing the wind as it comes through. And that's awesome. If you don't have a nature to go to, there's still other options. You can bring a pot of soil in the house and play with it, with your hands, or even submerge your feet or just stand on it for 20 minutes. That's really helpful too. You get the minerals and stuff that you need too when you do that process. But some of the symptoms that new ones I've been experiencing is I've got the itchy scalp thing again on the crown chakra again. And, the ear ringing hasn't stopped really. It stops and has periods of breaks, but that's not, that keeps going. And as well as intermediate deafness in one ear or the other. Like, it used to sound cloudy before, like you were like covering up your ear, but you could still kind of hear through it. Like, I am actually having like hearing loss moments. It's bizarre. It's the most amazing and weird thing, because then, it's gone and I'm back to normal again. And the people are talking about their ears popping. I had that experience too. It just felt like it was like right about there, just something was popping in there. Also sinus popping. There's these places that were just, these are other chakra points. I don't know what it is exactly that's happening, but I know it's upgrade stuff. We're all having it all at the same time. And leading into the summer solstice, this is really an amazing energetic time. There's so much laid out perfectly for some amazing stuff to occur, and that happens every year. But this one seems to be more energizing than I've ever remembered it to be, which is pretty cool. the same time, it's causing extreme dizziness. Like I could barely stand up sometimes, you know, like the time speeding up is like freaking me out though. Not in a really bad way, just oh my gosh. Like not only am I missing hours, I'm missing days. Like that was the day. And it's not because I'm overly busy, you know, and in some instances I'm like time is just going so fast now. And like as the collective wakes up, as these things start to be revealed more and more in mainstream media, there's going to be a bigger call for us. And I think it's already happening now, but to ground this stuff, to go into a place of meditation, connecting your heart center with Mother Earth and Central Sun or Source or God or Heavenly Father or whatever you want to call it, and connecting it in your heart center and just finding that center space, and then let that stuff flow through and out, down and into the earth and away from you. You don't need to hold on to that stuff. I have to do that. Stop and just do that like every couple of hours right now. It feels like, but probably not that often, but it feels that a lot. And it's okay if you're doing it more than that. It's okay if you are finding that you're doing it and then you have to do it again right away. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have the time, if you have the ability, you know, we're all putting this in our own unique positions. And we're all placed in specific places on this planet. And this sudden need, drive to migrate is being a common Ascension symptom right now, is what I'm going to call it, you know. But, and we all have these locations that all of a sudden we feel like we want to go to. I say go, if you can. I don't know. I mean, don't take my advice, you know, but it just feels like we're being drawn to certain places that we're supposed to be now. We've already done our work where we're at. If you're being urged, why not at least look at the option? And drink plenty of water. Don't stop the water. The water is really needed right now. You know, it's easy to forget. And also go to the water if you can. If you can't go to a natural body of water, fill up your bathtub, fill up your sink, a kiddie pool, and participate with the water. Put your hands in it, your feet in it. Feel it. The water's so activating right now. I don't know how else to explain it, but the more that I interact with water, the more simple this stuff has become. There's something charged about it. Try it out. And follow your body. The dietary changes are such a big thing right now. Like everybody's going through some weird stuff. There's some people that are like being called to like eat a lot more than they're used to, and some that are going through long fasting periods. And there are also people who are having both experiences. That's what I'm going through, is both. It's really bizarre. Like, but that's just what our body wants right now. Okay. Right on. I can do that. And the lighter the diet, the better. The more natural, raw vegetables and fruits that you can eat, the easier your body can handle these Ascension symptoms. Not that they'll go away, but I have noticed. I did an experiment because I'm that kind of person. And yeah, it's a lot better if you just follow what your body actually wants. And don't forget to shield. Create a protective barrier of light between you and whatever. I put a bubble around myself, and then I fill it with white light, you know, and I always call in archangels. Usually Archangel Michael is present for all of this stuff, but there's the main 7, as well as many others. Your guides or God or whoever you feel is the best source for you. This is unique to each individual person. So I hope this helped in some way. I mostly just want people to know that they're not alone, that they can hear a report of someone else saying, this is what I'm going through. You're going through this too, aren't you? You know, and like, until I was able to have those validations, I explained so many things away, and I found myself so alone and so like defective. there was something really wrong with me, I thought. And then I started seeing people talk about it. And that's why I'm doing this. So I hope this helped you in some small way. You know, and if you want to participate with us, comment below. Comment on other people's comments. Send me an email. My email is attached to every video in the description at the bottom. Email me. I'll email you back. I'm finding I'm having a hard time working out my email system. But I will email you back. Thank you for watching this video. You're not alone. And this is an exciting time. However uncomfortable it might be, it's really an awesome thing. And I can't wait to see what's next. I hope you're having a wonderful journey. Aho blessings.